morning the right way.
Gonna be great, gonna be a good day.
This is Jase and Lauren on Melbourne's Nova 100.
Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to your Tuesday morning, Stanners.
Morning, Jason.
Lowen's running a little bit late.
Oh, a little bit tardy on her second day back.
That'll do that to you, the old jet lag. I didn't think they had jet lag at that end of the plane.
Hey, I got some good news.
Oh, yeah?
Because I'm travelling to Paris. My upgrade request came through.
Oh.
I've upgraded with points, and it's delightful, and
So-
I can't wait.
So you are heading to, where? Tomorrow?
That's right, to the Olympic Games in Paris.
So Clint's going to be live in Paris.
Yes,
For
the entirety of the Olympics.
I don't think we...
Oh, sorry, for the Games in France.
The amount of legal meetings... If you are
The
in
carnival.
radio or television here in Australia, it is ridiculous. You cannot say the O word.
Yes.
So do we say
The Oprahs?
You're live from France
Yes, for a
the
carnival.
for the Big O.
Yeah, the Big O.
The Big O is how we'll refer to it. Clint's
Big
chasing
O.
the Big O to France.
Can I say I'm chasing gold at the Big O?
No.
Okay. Chasing.
So Channel 9 fly you all economy?
Yes.
All or
Most.
right. Where's Carl sit? He'd be in the cockpit.
Oh, look. He'd be 1A, wouldn't he?
Right. Tony Jones, where
Do
do
you
they
know what?
put
Carl deserves to be 1A.
Right.
Doesn't he?
What about the teeth? Tony Jones.
Chomp. He's in premium, I think.
Is he? That's a big man in a little premium seat. And then
They're bigger than the economy seats, aren't they?
they are.
Yeah.
And then so
Not many get the capsules.
So
the sleep capsules.
You've used points.
Yes.
Right. And so you've upgraded to business the whole way.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
talk me through when you got that
I
email.
can't wait. Oh, I was fist pumping. I was fist pumping around the newsroom yesterday.
Come on! I'll tell you what, you can always spot the people in the nice end of the plane who've used points
Yes.
rather than actually paying for the ticket.
I'll be embarrassing because I have been on a shred and it won't take me much to get a little pissy.
I can't wait to see photos of you uploading in your free pajamas. Here's my free Qantas pajamas.
Should I wear them through transit?
Yeah.
You know those people that buy their duty free in their PJs? Oh my God.
What about on the way back?
Oh, I haven't put the request in yet. I haven't got enough points. I've wasted them all on the way.
You're going to come back from France.
Yeah, in economy.
How long's that flight?
17 hours.
Oh!
Yeah, from Paris. Oh, no, I'm going to Sydney. So it's about 20 hours.
Oh,
What a time to be alive. Hey.
You know what? I can't, like, long haul flights, since COVID's happened, I haven't done one, and I think I would struggle.
Yeah, it's not nice.
I get the
Just lots of Bridgerton on repeat. Hey,
Yeah.
it was a very wild night out there last night. Did you hear any of the
Yeah,
elements?
crazy winds in Bentley. I thought the
was
old
it?
trampoline was going to end up at the neighbour's place, which is
Yes.
Orcooks. Still haven't met them.
Well, because you're still feeling out your house. Yeah, like
Actually, I did meet the neighbours last night.
are they?
The Uber Eats driver dropped dinner off at the wrong house.
Oh, did you have a sample?
Small problem. No. My Uber Eats
Oh, at theirs.
went to theirs.
Oh no, you can't be doing that.
The issue was, I'm looking at the little, the Uber map going, okay, where is he? Like he said he's dropped off. And then I hear a knock on the door. So I've opened the door and said, oh, thanks, mate.
You thought the Uber driver was, and it was the neighbour. Oh no. Oh, Jase. So what is the neighbour?
And he's like, oh, and I'm like, do you need to...
is the neighbour actually an Uber
I
driver?
don't want to say what.
What does the neighbour do?
I said, do you need to get a photo of the food? You know how sometimes deliver...
You did not.
And he goes, I'm actually a neighbour.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, nice to meet you.
Do you want to come in
It's
for
been
dinner?
nice to meet you. Want a spring roll?
What'd you get?
I went the Thai.
Oh,
Bit of
lovely.
Thai.
That's beautiful for winter.
Yeah, nice little green curry.
Oh, tom kha soup.
Don't you dare call me that again. Hey, Lowen's going to be joining us very soon. Mason Cox is in the house nice and
Coxie.
early this morning. Caught up with him at Nova's Red Room on the weekend.
Are the Pies in trouble?
No, we'll be back.
They've slipped out of the 8, Jason. They've got a tough run. Let's ask Mason all about it.
How tough? Who we got coming
They've
up?
got some real, I think, top 4 sides in the last month of footy.
Okay.
You
you know what? This is when the Pies play their best.
But
though.
also, he's back on the track and he looks fit. He's ready to go.
Oh, so is he playing
I
this
reckon
week?
well, not this week, maybe next week.
All right, we'll find out. Coxie's going to join us very soon. If you missed it yesterday, our chat with Teddy Swims coming up before 7 this morning. Also, words you can't say. And Clint, I know you're excited. It's
Andy Allen and Poe from MasterChef ahead of the MasterChef finale.
We're going to do a little taste test challenge with them later on this
great.
morning. I saw this on Hell's Kitchen once. You know when they blindfold people and then they give them food and you have to guess what's in your mouth? You ever played that game?
What's in your mouth?
Don't answer that. Let's get into it.
I always lose.
I'm just happy to play. Right across Melbourne. Thanks to What If, it is Aussie for Travel. You're on the air with Jase and Lauren. Clint's here from the newsroom as well. You are listening to Nova 100. Good morning, Melbourne. Clint's got in my head saying we've got no time to make the top 8, but I disagree, and this man's here to help me out. From the Collingwood Football Club, Mr. Mason Cox. Good morning, Mace.
Good morning. You've thrown him under the bus early, haven't ya?
How dare you put words in my mouth?
That's exactly what he said in the,
I heard
morning
it.
meeting.
I heard you say it, Clint.
Yep. Morning meeting, he was like, mate, you guys are in trouble.
I said they've got a tough run.
No, you said this morning we won't even make the top 8.
I don't think I said that, quote unquote.
No, he said, what he said was, are they in trouble because they're out of the top 8?
Thank you, Lauren.
Oh.
You're welcome.
You weren't in the
Hey,
meeting.
Mace. How are you?
I'm well. How are you? Jeez, are you
I'm
working
good.
from your bed? Like, just is this the dream, isn't it?
I know.
The absolute
Living
dream.
the dream.
Hey, we caught up at Nova's Red Room on the
Yes.
weekend.
Yeah.
You looked happy, but fragile.
Fragile.
I
Don't
was
look
like,
fragile.
well, I just said, "How's the body?" And you're like, "Yeah, good." And I was semi getting excited. Went like, "Are we gonna see you back on the track?" When's the day?
We'll find out this week. So if I can get through training and everything else, we'll be pretty happy. But I am back to kind of full training this week. So
How's the body?
That's positive.
So are
signs.
you
Yeah, it's
feeling
good.
100% though?
Yeah, I think so. Like we've got through a big training session on Friday before the game and stuff, and everything got ticked off. So I'm essentially out of rehab, which is obviously that kind of the
Awesome.
first step to
Great.
be able to play. So
Hey, we need you. We need you.
I love the fact that you're still on us because early in the
There
year
was
there
no
was a
doubt.
bit of question marks there, Chase.
Someone may have said in the morning meeting, "Are you jumping ship?" And I
Well-
said, "No, I'm.
Well, you can't be.
I'm not. No, I'm a
It's only
pies boy
July.
through and
There's still a
through."
lot of footy to be played, but a
I mean,
very tough run. Mason
I've been out of the
Cox.
country for the last couple of weeks, and many people have been away on school holidays as well.
Yeah.
So what's happened? We just need Mason in the team. Is that what's going on?
Yeah. At the moment, look, the Pies have a habit of leaving their run late in the match. Wouldn't you agree? Like, you know, they're
No,
great
right.
at coming back. They're great at coming back. I would say though, the last few weeks we've let the opposition just get that little bit too far ahead.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, the
early-
casualty ward is quite extensive.
Yeah, it's been an interesting year with the casualty ward. I've been out for 7 or 8 weeks now, I want to say. There's been quite a few other players that have been out throughout the year too, but it has given a great opportunity for the young guys to come through, and there's been some incredible stories that have been able to play out. Like a lot of the guys we got in our mid-season draft have been able to play, and it has been like such a feel-good moment, I think, whenever you see a player play his first game, get his jumper, his family come, and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
That's cool.
So it has been good in that sense, but obviously, you want as many players out there healthy.
I remember being at Marvel when you clocked up. I can't remember how many games. It was a big number, and your family were there, and they crossed to him in the box and everything, and they were up on
wasn't
the
it
big
the cutest
screen. It
thing
was
ever?
so
Yeah.
cute. It was really
I
cute.
love it.
I
Hey,
think your dad was filming it on his iPhone.
Oh yeah, he's got like the iPhone 7 too, which is like I think we're at plus 15. He's got one camera lens on it. It doesn't even have the 2 or 3. It's
he's
just
one step
old
away
school.
from strapping the
Pulling out
GoPro
the
to his
iPad.
forehead. Hey guys, I've just had a look at the draw.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is good because we've got 2 weeks to build our confidence because we're taking on the Tigers.
Oh, well, my team are doing absolutely nothing at the
Exactly.
moment. So you
And
should
this
clean them up.
week we're taking on the Hawks.
Well, they're tough. Tough.
They're
good team.
13th, we're 12th.
They are tough.
They are a good team though.
And then the Blue Baggers
Yeah,
in
and
3
then it
weeks.
gets-
We
and
need
then
to
it
be
gets
flying before we
chaotic.
hit the Blues.
Yeah.
Dan McStay coming back
Yes.
from a knee injury, and he
Yeah.
could be a big inclusion this week. Is he a chance, the big fella?
You'd think so. So he played VFL last week, kicked the first goal. That was a very lovely little moment for him. But yeah, he's 6 or 7 months from an ACL. Whenever he did it back in December, so it's been a long trot. But he's had a heck of a time in rehab, being able to get back and fit and healthy to be able to play within a season. Right, a lot of players that get an ACL are done for the full year. So for him to be able to get back and still have 6 or so games left in the season to be available for, it's a credit to him and his ability to get through rehab and his I guess his professionalism whenever it comes to it.
What's it like at the club when, that's a different situation because he's coming back from rehab, but you know when a player will drop down to the VFL?
Yeah.
and then come back, in the A grade side. And I know you went through it
I've
as
done
well.
that a few times.
And every player has.
Yeah.
Is it the elephant in the room? Is it something that players bring up with you? You'll be back. Like, do you know what I mean? Is it something you acknowledge?
Yeah, I don't think you probably want to talk about it too much. I think
Yeah.
you probably just go, look, I'll just go put my head down and sort through this. It is awkward whenever someone's like, oh, you going to the game on the weekend kind of thing, And you're like, oh.
Yeah, I'll be in section B, right?
Yeah.
At the beginning.
Yeah, will not be on the bench. There is little things like that. But, yeah, I think everyone, that isn't, the Scott Penneburys of the world that just never will play VFL because they're that good, has to do a bit of a stint there just to whether it be gain confidence or come back from injury or whatever it may be. And it's a bit of it's a bit of a shot to your to you, but it is what it is. Like
Don't worry,
it's all
we
part
get
of the
it.
whole
We've been
experience.
dropped too, Mace.
Oh, you came back
We
quick. Though.
get
You
it.
came back
Yeah, I
quick,
know,
though.
but we were one step from bloody doing radio. I'm
Yeah,
to
there
go, let me
wasn't
tell you.
VFL for us, was there?
Hey, Mace, we're about to lose Clint for 4 weeks. He's off to Paris for the Olympics.
Are we allowed to
any
say the
chance-
L word or?
Oh,
No.
God, no, we're not. Oh,
it's
that's
a
one
carnival.
strike.
Carnival.
Yeah.
Any chance you want to come in and read the news for us?
I will happily do that. Hey, there's been some news in the American news lately. I don't know if you're aware of these things.
You can be our US correspondent.
Dude, can I actually from Australia be the U.S. correspondent?
What's everyone
100%.
saying back home about Trumpy?
It is a wild, wild scenario back there. I feel like every time I open up my phone, I have someone texting me about it or like telling me about something else that's happened. But it is crazy. Like I just don't feel like what we're living in is real at times.
I know.
Like,
It
feels
everything
like
that's
a movie,
happening is
doesn't
just-
it?
Yeah, it's seriously is a plot to a movie.
And I've got friends who are American who do not want to be in the country for the election. They're leaving, they're going on vacation, they're going to Europe, they're just getting out. They don't want to be around it. Is there a sense of that amongst like your mates and your friends as well? I feel like people are really nervous about it.
I've never known people to be so conscious of where they are during the election.
Really?
Whether it be traveling, whether it be kind of where they're
Wow.
living or out and about or whatever it may be. I know a lot of people have kind of preempted, those days of where they're going to be, what they're going to be doing already. And we're still months away from it happening. So it is interesting.
frightening.
But then I've had the flip side. I've had
Was
friends
it,
want to be in DC because it's such a massive kind of thing
Yeah.
that's happening. People want to like experience it and see kind of what goes on. And
Do you think it was an inside job, Mason?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
come on, mate, I'm not going to answer that question. It was a
That's
heck of a photo. That
that
photo
is-
that came out with him
It's iconic.
fist pumping, an American flag in the background. I was like, geez, whoever got that shot,
Does it win him the election?
plead the fifth.
Well,
Seriously,
I think it
you're
does.
alone
I
in
think
that.
that moment
Yeah, I do too.
wins him the
Yeah.
I
election.
do too. Hey,
Yeah,
just quickly,
interesting.
how bloody good was Teddy Swims in Nova's
Unreal.
Room?
Jeez,
Like-
his voice is, and he's actually hilarious. Just in between
Isn't
songs,
he?
talking and stuff, he was so funny. Unreal, it's so good.
Because, look, I'll be honest, not a concert guy. ADHD, I tune out after one song, but he had me. I was though. I was right next to you the whole concert. Because at the start, when they're like, Teddy's going to do 9 songs, I'm like,
Oh, God.
shit, this is going to be a long day. But
No,
I was,
he captivates,
mate.
captivates you.
Capsulates.
Captivates you.
you took 9 songs to say
captivates
that.
And Mace, quickly, Clint is off to Paris. I heard him whinging this morning about his economy seat, but he's upgraded to
Yes.
a
Very
business.
lucky,
How
right?
swanky! You must travel up the front when you travel, being your height, surely.
I have, but I don't always do it. I'm usually premium economy because my paycheck's not so big from Collingwood nowadays, so I've got to be worried about that. But any chance I can, I try to book early just because I kind of know where I'm
Yeah.
going to see my family and stuff. But
Surely they
Try and
even
get the
business
upgrade.
seat,
How
though,
good's
I
the
can't
upgrade?
lay fully down.
Exit
I kind of
row.
have
He'd
to
be an exit row
fetal
guy.
position in it.
They should lay him down the aisle.
Put me in the overhead compartment.
Just lay him down the
Yeah,
aisle.
you would actually be too tall for some of the flat beds,
How do you get
Yeah,
into the
for
little
sure.
toilet?
so it's not worth it.
Dude,
toilet's so
this is the whole
small. I
thing,
can't
Clint.
get
So I
in.
can't like stand up and do your business. You have to sit down.
You'd be like the
'Cause
hunchback
you
of
just-
Notre
you-
Dame in there.
Yeah, I'm not going to really reenact it, but you can imagine you're sitting there and your head's as low as your
Hitting the
chest
roof.
trying to get into the joint.
You have to sit down to pee on a plane.
Yeah,
Because you're
yeah,
too tall.
lady style, mate.
Cute. That's cute. But also kind of gives me the ick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine
yeah.
walking in on that. Oh.
You're not,
Oh,
you're
sorry,
not
mate.
smuggling anyone else in there, are you?
No.
No.
No chance.
Hey, Coxie, hopefully training goes well this week, mate. We'll see you back on the paddock.
Oh.
No, thanks so much. I appreciate it.
Good to
Clint,
see you,
good
brother.
to see you
Hope
with
so.
your shirt
Good
on,
luck.
mate.
Ah, what about his rig? Can we get a review on
Elite.
Clint's rig?
Six-pack. Oh, my gosh. I didn't know it was under there. I always see you in a
Nor did I,
sweatshirt.
mate.
How good.
I've got one under here as well. It's just hidden under fat, not a jumper.
Credit to you, though.
Clint's giving us crap, Lauren, but
Bowling for soup.
Mason Cox and I were just chatting. We were reminiscing of our childhood. Simple Plan, Alien Ant
Bowling
Farm.
for soup.
Bowling for soup. What other ones did we come up with? Alien Ant Farm.
Simple Plan, Alien Ant Farm, Offspring. Remember Offspring back in the
Offspring.
day?
Hey guys, what else
Nirvana?
does Bowling for soup
Those are the
sing?
good days.
Yeah, what's on
What
their
other
hit
bangers
list?
do they have?
1985 and 1986.
I wasn't even born in 1985.
Hey, quick. I can only do this here because
Yes.
my wife's not listening.
Safe place?
My
place.
wife.
This is not a video.
This is definitely going to be a video after you've said that.
So we were moving during the break. I like to think I'm an organised guy. And
I would say you are.
yeah. We had, and I convinced Lou to let me pay the movers to pack the kitchen. She refused to get full packers in, but I'm like, we've got 3 kids. Let's just pay.
Kitchen's hardest.
The kitchen, like just individual
Yep.
plates and all that sort of thing.
Yeah, it's a nightmare.
Exactly. Now, remember with removalists, you're paying by the hour. So you want to be ready to go. So we were told the movers are going to rock up Monday morning ready to pack the kitchen.
Yep.
Sunday night, we were up all night with one of the kids who was sick. Just all night. You know when it's like you get an hour's sleep, then you're woken up. It's honestly, it's torture. I'd rather just
Yeah,
stay up
right.
all night.
Well, sleep deprivation is a form of torture,
Yeah.
isn't it?
So what were you planning to do? Pre-pack the kitchen?
Well, just... I
Yeah,
was-
because why does it matter? That's what they come
That's
to
what
do.
they're coming to do.
No, I know, but you can't have cutlery out and the dishwasher full. Like you need the kitchen, clean, ready to go.
I get ya.
And that was my plan for that morning. However, because we were up all night, we went back to sleep at like 5 a.m. And out of the last 10 years, that was the one morning we slept in.
Ah, yeah. Awesome.
I woke to a knock on the door at 8 a.m.
Beryl?
I answered the door with no shirt
What were
on.
you in your Reg Grundies?
I just put my boardies on.
Oh, Beryl the mover. As if moving house for you wasn't bad enough, and now she's seen you in your boxes.
No shirt.
Ew.
Open the door, hairs everywhere. And they're like, we're here to pack your kitchen.
Oh, no.
Oh, it wasn't Beryl.
No, it was.
Jim?
We're here to pack your kitchen. Hey, Beryl.
So, oh, no.
Okay. Did
So
you
now
say, just go and get a coffee and
No, because I'm paying
come
by
back
the
in
hour.
10?
So I'm like, get in here. So they go to
Beryl
the kitchen.
charges by the hour.
I am frantically running around. Now at this point, I'm like, okay.
Clint, can you imagine?
Oh, my
Can you imagine him yelling at the kids, yelling at Lou, but like in that silent yell where he's like, I'm telling you to just get up and help me.
Hey, question. Did they touch the pantry?
Everything.
The pantry?
The pantry.
Your pantry?
They do everything.
You need to do a pre-clear of that though. Like get rid
But
of
you
the...
need to eat.
Now here's the other thing. They said if we get time, we'll start packing some other rooms if we've got a little bit of time.
Of course
up our
they've got
sleeve.
time because they charge by the hour, Jase.
So Lou said, quickly grab a bag and just get our personal belongings to take with us. One of the
From the pantry,
no, from our room.
Jase just grabs his Cocoa Pops
Violet crumbles.
and his Pop-Tarts. Quick, Lou, get the Pop-Tarts.
Don't forget the
Let Beryl
crumpets.
grab them.
After I grabbed the Pop-Tarts, I went running into our room to grab our personal
Oh, how
Items.
personal. How personal are we talking?
What personal items?
wallet,
Oh.
watches,
Oh, okay. And?
Don't say it.
What?
Lou's
Oh.
personal items as well.
Accessories?
I chucked that in a bag, frantically chucked the bag out into the hallway where the
keys in your
movers
wallet.
are, right? And then when I come out into the hallway, all I can hear from the bag, which is right next to the movers,
Not the electric toothbrush. Oh, Lou, I packed your toothbrush. Oh, no. What did your kids think it was?
I looked at them, they looked at me, we didn't say a word, I just picked up the bag and walked
Yeah, movers
Off
have seen
down the
it all
hallway.
before, though.
down the hallway.
Chasing
there he
it
goes.
as it wriggled down the hallway. Dad's chasing the rabbit.
Do you know which one it was?
What was that?
Good morning, Melbourne. Miley Cyrus, Midnight Sky. This is Nova 100. You're on the air with Jase and Lauren. Clint's here from the newsroom as well. Rain and cold today. Tops of 12 we are going for. It's she's been bloody windy. Let me tell you.
I know.
Oh, she
Last night I thought my house was going to fall over.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
So much rain
Lots
as
of
well.
SES calls last night.
Oh, my hot
Oh,
water
we're
system
there.
went down last night too.
No. Would you have a cold shower this morning?
I was doing the bathtub with the kettle last night
no.
for the kids.
What, you got to go light the pilot light.
Nah, I blew a fuse.
Oh, you can't be fixing
Like the
that by
gas
yourself.
strike in 1993 or whatever it was.
Yeah, I think
That
the
was
pool
horrendous.
heater set off the fuse
Oh,
box.
you're using the pool heater too much. You should have just put them in the pool.
I should have.
I mean, it's just as warm as
I didn't want to burn them.
He's made it so warm he can throw his dumplings in the pool and
just all
cook them as well.
soapy and
That's a
beautiful.
great idea. I'll just cook the dumplings next to me in the pool.
Hey, last night I was doing something that will disappoint Clint Stanaway immensely. And I wasn't actively doing it, but it happened. I was at home, I was cooking dinner, and I realised I had Channel 7 News on in the background, which is like illegal in our
To sin.
friendship group because I'm a Channel 9 girl through and through. I'm Clint Stanaway's number one fan.
Question.
I love Tom Steinfort. I love Alicia. I love Peter Hitchener.
Question. We've got the bun doing weather.
On 7,
Yep.
Yes.
Peter? Is it Peter?
Peter Mitchell.
That's the one. Yeah.
Yes. Now I like Rebecca Madden on the weekends, but
yep.
Clint's also on the weekends. You know, I'm an Iron girl, but yeah, I kind of felt like I was.
I was reading sport last night as well.
I mean, let's be
You
honest.
missed me.
It's the same.
Well,
same
I'm
stories.
kind of glad I missed you
Okay.
because I had it on in the background. Yeah, it's the same stories, and it's like when you go to Queensland for the holidays or something, and you're like, oh gosh, what am I watching?
Oh,
'Cause
Win
it's different
TV.
news people that you don't know.
Do you know who does the news in far north Queensland and is still doing it?
Rob
Who?
Ruff.
Who's Rob Roth?
Rob Ruff.
Rob Ruff.
He was on
Family Feud.
Family Feud.
He was
that's
the
right.
original host
Old
of Family
Fluffy.
Feud with the perm.
He looks like
Is he
Fido
regional?
Dido.
He's
Does he do
regional. And I don't
Yeah.
think he can be telling me about, like the assassination attempt on Trump. I'm
Yeah,
like,
he used to give away the say it.
I'm like, go to the survey, Rob. What does the survey say?
There's always some kooky
Yeah.
weather person or
Yeah.
something as well when it's regional. Anyway, I was watching Channel 7 last night and I sat down on the couch and I was like, what did I just see? And it was like Esmeralda the Stargazer doing horoscopes
What?
on the Channel 7 News at 6:50 last night. They were doing horoscopes and I thought, next they're going to bring out Denise Drysdale or something.
They do.
Do we do horoscopes on the news in Melbourne? In like prime time. I get the 10 a.m. show, the morning show.
Hang on. So wait on.
Wait, that-
They'll finish and
Horoscopes.
We don't do
Do-
horoscopes, but Channel
Because I've
7
never
have
seen-
introduced horoscopes.
I've never seen Tom Steinfort and Alicia Loxley read the horoscopes.
Do you
Do you do them at
Channel,
night?
well, Channel 7 have got the horoscopes. They've also got a comedian on Friday night. He does a
Now-
spot at 6:57. I think we might have a clip. Here he is, Mark Humphreys.
Joe Biden might be suffering from a condition neurologists call that guy old. Signs of that guy old may include confusing names, long pauses, and keeping your mouth just that little bit open with that slightly disappointed look, like Bunnings just told you the sausage sizzle is closed.
That's on the news. Like the proper, not the parody
taking the
news.
mickey?
Not the cheap seats. This is the news. When did all of this start? What have I been missing on Channel 7?
The 7. Yes.
Well,
Now,
I would like
You probably
Alicia.
can't say too
I
much.
can't.
Clint.
I would like Alicia to tell me what is happening for Virgos today.
Oh, well, funny you should say
Funny
that.
you should
because
say
I've
it
got-
because I screenshot
You've got
it.
it?
Oh, jeez.
No, you go, Clint. You
Okay.
go.
Well, it is actually the star woman is Natasha Weber, otherwise known as
Her name's Astrotash, which is far too close to AstroTurf for me. Astrotash.
What star sign are you, big boy?
Virgo.
Stand by, please. Virgo.
Do it in the voice. Do it in the voice.
This is tomorrow's star rating, or today, as it turns out, is a 3-star rating. That's pretty good, Jase. Virgo, you might be tempted to book a holiday on a whim. Before you confirm, take a quick moment to scout for a better deal. That's quite good. That's salient advice. Lauren, what are you?
I'm a Capricorn,
A
Clint.
Capricorn. Okay.
And I believe that because I watched it, that today I was only going to have 2 stars. which is
2-star
really
rating's a bit
disappointing.
pov.
It's pov, isn't
Capricorn.
it?
Your most brilliant creative sparks could fly from the most unexpected places. Keep your mind open to the unusual.
What on earth? On the news.
Oh, my lord. Fine. My star sign, Sagittarius.
Yeah.
Hold on to your hats. Discovering a health hack motivates you to dive into a new fitness journey.
Oh no, you've just finished that. They're a bit late.
yeah.
To the
Oh, they're
party.
on delay.
They're on delay.
Do you remember with
So,
Channel
hang
10's
on.
late news? Channel 10's
Yeah.
late news with Sandra Sully. They started wrapping it up with live music acts.
They did too.
No.
Yes.
They had bands.
Yes.
Did they have a band?
They had a band. No. So it was whoever was touring. So it was like, you're up to date with Sandra Sully's late night news. Here's Alien Ant Farm to take us to the break.
It's so weird. So they've got a comedian on a Friday. I've only seen Friday, and then Monday's horoscopes.
Yeah.
Do they have something special on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday that I need to
A
watch
lotto.
for as well?
They've got Pluck a Duck.
Hey, I want to know, 13/24/10, what happened when you borrowed someone's car?
Oh no.
Big responsibility. My niece recently visited and she borrowed our car. I had to sit her down and go, hey, I've changed the insurance. You need to know. She's like 19. The
Yeah.
excess is $3,000. It's up to you if you want to take it.
Jeez, that's a gauntlet to run, isn't
Remember
it?
really
when
is.
I asked to borrow my friend's car and I was shooting postcards and she said, yeah, no problem. And it wasn't until I
that's
picked
right.
it up that she told me she had one of those breathalyzer things in it and you had to be 0 to start the car. And I was filming at a brewery. And after the shoot, they're all out the front waving to me to say goodbye. And I'm like, trying to blow into the
there's
thing.
Laura in the Elko.
And I was like, it's not my car. It's
Never
not my
is.
car.
Never is.
And it was like 11 a.m. on a Wednesday, and there I am blowing into my thing.
Did it
at
start?
a brewery. Yes, it's.
Okay, just checking.
But I couldn't even have a sip. Couldn't do a taste test.
13/24/10 is our number. What has happened when you borrowed someone's car? I've dragged in our executive producer, Brody, a.k.a. The Thumb.
Is this like a confessional?
No, he is lucky to be alive. He said this in passing yesterday. He goes, I'll tell you what happened on the weekend. And I was like, mate.
Brody, what happened?
My wife and I were going to the snow to meet her
My
family.
wife.
And Annika's cousin, my wife, happily volunteered his car and said, oh, you know what? Take my car. You can drive it to
Question?
the snow.
Why didn't you take your own car?
Because it was in New South Wales.
Snow chains?
Ah.
No snow chains.
No snow chains?
What sort of car?
I thought you had to have snow chains.
But there was no snow on the road, so you don't need the chains.
Oh,
yeah.
well, are you sure? What about that
Yeah.
funny little black ice?
Yeah, that'll get you.
And so he said, yep, no worries. You can drive my car. I said, thanks very much, mate. I appreciate the kind thought.
What's the car?
It's a Haval.
Havel.
Havel. And he's very proud of his Havel. It's less than 3 months old, so it's brand
brand
new.
new.
She's a newie.
Havel, is it a Havel's four-wheel drive situation?
They are, yes.
Great for the snow.
Perfect for the snow. And so we jumped in, and within about 15 minutes, we're driving. We're up to 100 on the highway, beautiful. And then a kangaroo jumped out, and I smashed into the kangaroo.
Oh, how's the
Did
kangaroo?
you go straight into
Is
it?
the kangaroo brown bread?
The kangaroo wasn't well after being hit, but the car also just, the whole bumper bar fell off and
Poor
exploded.
Did
and-
you? Now, slow
Now
it down.
they say no. They say if there is an animal, I know it sounds terrible,
keep
but
driving.
you have to drive straight through it because if you swerve, it can be so much worse because you can go off the road and hit a tree and
How quick between seeing the roo and hitting it?
Was I? Probably half a second. So it just jumped out and bang. And it was the loudest noise ever. And so both of the doors were pushed in, so you couldn't get out of the doors.
Jesus Christ.
And
Oh
the
my
whole front,
gosh.
there was
Did
a
you
huge,
freak out?
a little bit, yeah. And I was like, oh,
Of course.
and I was like, how am I going to tell him that
Yeah,
his
what
car's
happened to the
cooked?
Haval?
What about the
The
kangaroo?
Haval was not, the Haval
Did you
was
check?
not well.
Did you check for a Joey?
Oh,
You have to check its pouch.
Oh, Lauren.
You have to check because sometimes you can save the baby.
Go down and look at the dash. Is there a Joey in there?
Yeah, the kangaroo's
Or was it a boy kangaroo?
head was separated
I
from the
don't
body,
know.
so there was going to be no recovery of any animals or Joeys.
His head went that way. His legs went that way.
That's so scary.
Right, Dad.
And so then I
And
had,
how bad was the car? How bad?
oh, terrible. The entire bumper was missing, and there was a huge hole. You could see the full engine, the whole lot. It was all the car.
I've never hit a
Not
roo,
a good
but I've-
ad for Haval.
No, I've heard every car
Havel.
just crumbles when they hit a kangaroo. Apparently, it's
Well, I
like
think
hitting
they're
just a
sort of
brick wall.
supposed to crumble in like a safe way for you because you're safe and you've walked out of it in one piece, which is great news.
Airbags go off.
No.
Probably want to look at that.
So you
No,
should have had
no,
the...
no. I think airbags go off if you get hit in certain directions because it can be worse.
Right.
in certain-
Should have
I
had the
don't
snow
know.
chains on.
Oh my god! Did you even brake or were you straight into it?
It was, I broke, but half a second, and then, but the worst part was then fronting up, because then we obviously had to deliver the car back.
Oh, yeah.
You could drive it?
It was somewhat drivable, but we were in the snow, so we had to drive it all the way back anyway.
What gave it away?
How far away?
The no bonnet or you climbing out the window because the doors wouldn't open?
It was the climbing out the opposite door that really
skipping on the front.
gave him something wasn't going right.
Do you have a photo of the car? Can you send it to me?
Yeah, we'd like to see a photo.
I'm glad you're okay. I'm sorry to hear about Skippy. That's very sad.
How did it drive?
Not well after we hit the roof.
How angry was he? Or was he just concerned about you guys?
I'm not going to be invited back to family dinner on Christmas. I can give you a strong tip.
Didn't you throw her under the bus and say she was driving?
Should have.
Annika was driving.
No, Skippy went under the bus.
Isn't that the worst though? It's like if it's your car, you're ropeable, but you got to be like, as long as you're okay.
Yeah.
13 24 10. What happened when you borrowed someone's car, Melbourne? Hey, coming up, Clint, you leave for Wee.
Buddy,
you are heading over to France for the Big O, and so is some amazing athletes here.
Big O.
Well, legally, I can't say the other word. So
Yeah, there's many things you can't say. I did see that the windmill fell off the Moulin Rouge the other day.
I need to go and inspect it to make sure it's
Because you
worth
can.
Yeah.
we're going to be catching up with some of our Victorian athletes that are heading over. We're going to meet one just after 7:30. At the moment, what's happened when you borrowed someone's car?
Maureen
it's
at
never a good
Mount
idea.
Evelyn. Was it you that borrowed the car or someone else?
It was my son that borrowed my car,
Oh.
Uh-oh.
and he stayed at a mate's place overnight and came out the next morning, and the whole back end of the car was smashed in because someone had come over the hill and the sun was in their eyes. But fortunately, they left a note, so that was good of them.
Oh, so
that's
you
not on
just
your
left
son,
it
then?
parked on the street
No,
and someone
no.
rammed it. But, what are
Yeah.
the chances of the one time you borrow your mum's car?
What are the
And
chances
someone-
of 3 times you borrow your mum's car?
Okay.
Maybe it is a hidden problem. Where is he parking it? Just in the middle of the road?
Maybe.
Are you ready for this? You know how I backed into the wall here at Nova?
Yeah, they
The
came
fir-
out of nowhere.
The first week we're on air here, right? And I smashed the back of my car. I'm still waiting for it to be fixed.
Really?
I rang yesterday and they said we're waiting on the parts. They'll
You go
be
to
here.
Sheen Panel Services?
They'll be here in September.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm like,
What sort of car are you driving?
a beat up one at the moment.
Yeah.
And that would be driving you mad. You hate things not being neat and perfect.
I want to torch it and do an insurance job, Lauren. Let's go to Jordan in Carnegie. Jordan, what happened when someone borrowed your car?
Well, my cousin requested to borrow my car, so we swapped cars for the week.
Car swap.
And I drove hers head on into a tree.
How was the tree?
I broke my sternum and was airflown to the Royal Melbourne Hospital. And
Oh
it
my
turned out
gosh.
she didn't have car insurance, so I had to buy her a new car.
That stings.
Oh my gosh! What? How did you go head first into the tree? Can I ask?
I just come around the corner and lost control.
Yeah, right.
Oh my god!
Shouldn't you? I mean,
Was she sympathetic at all, given that the injuries?
No.
I mean, at the end of the day, she wrote the car off. Like, if you're borrowing someone's car, aren't you supposed to go like, "Hey, am I covered by insurance?" Or,
Yeah, you don't lend your car to someone if you don't have insurance. Surely.
God, I borrowed your car that time. Remember, I had to drop you at the chemist, and I had to go round the block. And oh, mate, I was driving it like there was bubble wrap on
Oh
Which
my
one?
gosh! Was that when you took the truck?
Tassie?
it. The big Defender.
No, he took the truck, and I said I'd be 1 minute, and I was like 20 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
And he tried to get into he tried to stop in a truck
No.
zone.
It's a big car.
Yeah, mate. I was like, I was outside the Epworth, and then an ambulance came in, and I
Yeah, he was
like,
in the ambulance stopping.
Oh,
That's
you can't
right.
be stopping
You
there.
can't do that.
they're like, beep.
It was
I'm
an
like, do you
accident.
really need the bay?
Didn't you then have to go into the car
Yes,
park?
yes.
In, down the ramp.
All right. Let's get to Brad. Bacchus Marsh. Brad, your granddad borrowed your car. What happened?
Yeah, so my granddad, he used to frequent the jazz festival back in the day.
Yeah, right.
This has got a good ending.
And this one was at the zoo, and then we was leaving for the day. He wasn't paying attention, so he reversed back and ran into a tree.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
reversed
at the
into a
zoo,
tree.
did you say?
Yeah, but the kicker was, when we got the car back, he's like, oh, the trainers must have taken the elephant for a walk that day, and they
brilliant.
accidentally ran into the car.
Yeah, good
Oh,
gear.
he blamed the elephants.
Good gear. Good gear.
Yeah. No pop.
Nah.
I love that Pop's going to the jazz festival at the zoo, though.
What's that, Jazz Twilights or something?
I didn't know.
Oh,
that.
Clint, you and I have done a number on
have.
ourselves there a few
We
times.
have.
Remember Daryl Braithwaite played at the zoo and we went?
Really?
Yeah, Picnic Grove.
Yeah.
Everything.
They do some random stuff.
Don't
My
they?
my kids did their
Do
school
you think the
camp at the
animals
zoo.
like Daryl?
Yes, that one summer, their favourite.
My kids did their school camp at the zoo.
Oh.
It terrified them. They're, like, first night sleeping away from home and they can hear lions. Like,
What were they camping in? They just pitched a tent on the
yes.
lawn at
no,
the
no,
zoo.
No, it was all, what do you call
Cabins.
it? It was like,
In
the jungle.
I was like, how was school camp? They're in bloody tears. They're a mess. Well, good morning, everybody. Yep, times are tough at the moment, and it's only getting harder, let's be honest. So we are paying your bills here at Nova. One of the most
This
horrendous
morning,
bills.
we had a big one, didn't we,
Oh,
Jase?
yeah.
It was a water bill.
$492. Rachel
Oof.
from Diggers Rest. She has called us back. Morning, Rach.
Morning.
Got your bill here. Paid. Sorted out. Done.
Fantastic.
Well done.
Who's taking?
Was that easy?
Who's taking the long showers at your place?
I am.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
For
now you can
sure.
do them on us.
Yeah, I'm a 3 shower a day guy.
But are you a 3-minute shower a day guy? Remember when we used to all have the egg timers in our showers and we'd have to turn
That's
it
right.
upside down? You could only have a
Yes.
3-minute shower.
Can I
What
just-
was? Oh, that was water restrictions, wasn't it?
Yeah, and they ended up building a desalination plant.
That
and
never
then it
got
started
used.
raining a lot.
And remember, you could only water if you were an odd number house. You could water your plants
Yes.
on
Oh,
Monday and a
yes.
Wednesday.
Yep.
And then other people were getting abused because their gardens were too nice, and they were putting up signs saying, "We've got our own
We got a
water
tank."
system."
The
Yeah.
facilitators here at Nova are incredible. We've loved our time here. There is
Yes.
one thing that is underrated. The office shower is very good.
So you've had a hoon?
Yeah.
I've had it hoon multiple
Yeah.
times. It's strong.
I've used
they-
that bathroom a few times.
Do they have
It's good.
communal shower gel?
No.
You got to bring your own?
I used the
You didn't use
hand
the
soap.
cake of soap?
No, I used the
Oh.
hand soap at the basin.
It's
Oh, yeah, that
definitely a
works,
bring your
doesn't it?
own job. I can't stand shed things like that.
No, I know,
Can't
but I had to do
leave
that
things in the
degrading
shower.
little nudie run
Yeah,
from
yeah,
the
I know,
basin
I know.
holding a cup of...
What if it's the foam and not the soap? You know the foam that sort of
Just whack it straight on the
disintegrates
body.
in the hand.
Ah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
not-
No
that's
water
involved.
required.
Anyway, had to be there.
We
Hey,
digress.
all you have to do if you want us to pay your bills is hit up the Nova Player app or go to novafm.com.au. Quick weather check in France. Clint Stanaway.
Oh,
Here's
let's
the
do
temperature
it. This
in
is going to be
Paddy's.
So right now it's 19 degrees, keeping in mind it is quite late at night, but tomorrow
Yeah.
top of 27.
So
How nice. I've seen all the journos getting on the planes going over to Paris for the... Now, there's many rules around what we're
The
allowed to
O's.
call it.
I think we're allowed
The
to say
O's.
Olympics
Are we?
until it starts.
Oh.
Oh, so he's going to Paris for the Olympics.
Oh, you
wouldn't
can't
have-
say that.
I wouldn't have come out the
wouldn't have
gates
said
that hot.
Didn't you just say we're allowed to say it?
Yeah,
till
but
it
I
starts?
mumbled it. I was like,
Let me-
So how much is it? How much is the fine every time we say the big O word? So for those listening, if you're not
They take away a ring
broadcasting-
every time.
yeah, if you're not broadcasting the 2-week event with the big 5 rings, you're not allowed to mention the word.
so from this point on this show, we'll refer to it as the Big O.
The big O.
The big O.
So-
I've been seeing all the journos getting on the plane because there is a new route, Clint,
Yes.
that goes from Perth to Paris. Are you allowed to say Paris? Oh, God.
Yeah, direct.
Direct from Perth to Paris that only launched yesterday. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, 17 and a half hours on a plane.
Third longest flight in the world or something?
Now, you're going to
Wow.
be there for Channel 9, but you're
Yes.
also doing our show
Yes.
from there. So he's still going to be on the show. We'll miss him for like one day when he's in transit, and then pending him getting through security, he'll be on the air with us live from Paris, which is really
Oh my
cool.
gosh,
Covering the
how
Big O
good.
for us here at Nova. What we thought we would do is I'm sure people would have friends or loved ones over in Paris.
Oh, yeah.
Is there something you need Clint to take over? Because shipping costs.
Oh, you could be a courier.
Or a mule.
Oh,
Courier.
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 Is there something you'd like Clint to strap to his body and take? No. Do you have friends or loved ones
Oh, like
in Paris
package.
that needs something dropped
Yes.
off or
a family heirloom, perhaps.
or something bought back.
Oh, that's good.
Shipping's very expensive.
It is.
Very
especially
expensive.
at the moment because the ships can't get through the Black Sea.
No, they can't.
So
The
they're having to
pirates have
go
upped the
all
tax.
the way around.
Why can't they get through the Black Sea?
The pirates have
I
upped
think-
the tax.
I think they've,
Shut
yeah.
up.
So now
No,
they're having
really
to
because
go.
of pirates?
They're going
Yes.
to have to go around the Cape of whatever that is down the bottom, the Good Hope Cape. You know the one.
I'm glad you're
Oh,
not.
I know
I'm
the
glad
one.
you're not driving the ship.
Okay, the Good Hope Cape, yep.
Yep. Right.
Okay. So,
That's why my Amazon
Well, that's
packages
a
are
good
taking
idea.
so long.
What if, relatives here have relatives there and they want me to do a little meeting? I could go and have a nice little catch up.
Imagine
you could meet someone on their behalf.
Yeah.
Is what
Imagine
you're
if you're
saying.
doing long distance,
Yeah.
and you're like, "Oh, can you take them out for dinner for me?"
That's nice.
or something like
Will
that.
you accept
No
this
one's
rose?
sending Clint out for dinner with their girlfriend. That is just not a thing that's going to happen.
13 24 10 is our number. If you have a friend or loved one in Paris and you would like Clint to take something to them or bring something back for
Little
you.
favour.
Yeah, give us international favour.
Clint, will you bring me a gift back from Paris? Paris?
Yeah, I've got a few ideas.
Given that, do you
I've
know
got a few
he's
ideas.
scored an upgrade, Jase?
Of course he did.
He's got the upgrade, and you know how he got it? He put it in on points. What a win. That is one of the greatest wins of all time when you get your points upgrade.
Yeah, I know, but I was saying earlier, Lauren, you can really point out the people who are in the business class end on points. Like Clint will be running around in the free pajamas.
Yeah.
Yes,
Hey.
drinking all the champagne.
What do you guys want a beret? I might get berets for us.
I want
with,
Branded
without
berets.
embroidered names.
I want something edible.
Edible.
A good pastry or
I
something.
can't bring back a foie gras.
No, because you end up on border security with the dogs will sniff
All right,
out.
so favours.
I like the idea of visiting like a loved one.
Yeah.
We just don't. Years ago, I was working at a radio station in Brisbane, and I had to go to Sydney for work, and I did the same. I was like, "Does anyone need anything in Sydney?" And someone rang up and said, "My grandma's in Sydney, and she hasn't been too well. Would you be able to visit her?"
Oh, that's so sweet.
Exactly. And I related because I was living with my nan at the time, and she wasn't well. So I've landed in Sydney. They sent one of those Black Thunder drivers out to the airport to pick
You're
me
very
up, and
familiar with
they took me out to the grandma's house. And I was sitting there like for 5 minutes chatting with the grandma, and
Did Nan enjoy it?
well, she started coughing
Oh no.
quite heavily at the 5 minute mark. She's like, and I'm like, well, Sarah wanted to be here, but I'm here on her behalf. And I look across the bed, and the casual employee for the radio station that was there to drive me is looking at me like giving the wind up signal.
Wrap it up.
And I thought, how dare you? We're not leaving just yet. And poor grandma's in the bed like,
Oh, Molly's left the building.
Oh, no.
and I'm looking at the casual like, no, mate, stop rushing me to get out of here. And it wasn't until when we left, and I ripped into the casual at the front of the house and said, don't rush me in those situations. And they said, I was trying to get you out of there because you were accidentally standing on the oxygen cable.
Jason! Well, why didn't he just say so?
That's what I said.
Why didn't you say, hey, bro, you're standing on the oxygen, Nan can't breathe?
Did
That's
she make
on
it?
him.
Did she make it?
She made it.
Oh,
She
that's-
made
She was
it.
like, thank God that guy's out of my house.
Yeah, I left. I was like, see you later. She's like, oh, I can breathe again.
That's a bit dramatic from there, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I
Was she
thought.
also like, by the way, who are you? Hey, we've just got back from holidays, as have many families on school holidays. Well done to all the parents for surviving another school holidays. Well done to all the kids back to school. I'm sure your parents are devastated. Correct, Jase?
Yeah. God, we missed him yesterday.
But I did see a lot of my friends who all have kids. They were either in Gold Coast or Noosa. There are a lot of holiday people just getting out of the cold. So a lot of us were in destinations where we were at hotels with swimming pools. And I want to ask some questions about hotel swimming pool etiquette because it can get quite political at a hotel, right? So we were staying in this beautiful hotel, and every morning we'd go for breakfast and then we'd go and sit by the pool.
No. I know where you're going.
And there was like kids that wanted to jump in and play, and you just know if you're at a hotel pool, kids are going to splash around, they're going to swim sideways across the pool, they're going to play Marco Polo, they're going to throw their toys in and duck dive and try and get like that. That's just what happens,
That's
right?
fine though, yeah.
Yeah.
There was this one woman who you would have thought she was training for the Olympic Games. She just wanted to cut laps in the pool.
No.
And she was so serious about her freestyle that she was wearing webbed gloves to make her faster,
Yes.
which I imagine is like
How long was the
flippers
pool?
for your
Yeah.
hands.
How long's the pool?
Oh, it would have been like 25 metres maybe, but it wasn't like a square pool.
No,
with,
they're
like-
always got a shape
It's like
to
a
'em.
bean shape.
Yeah.
And she was getting so frustrated at the kids who were trying desperately to swim from one side to another. I remember as a kid being so proud
Question.
when I could swim crossways across the narrow part of the
Was
pool.
she doing tumble turns?
She wasn't doing tumble turns.
Oh.
She did touch the end, but she had webbed gloves on to make herself swim faster.
Do you know what I
She's
thought you were
getting
going to
mad.
say? I thought you were going to say, we rocked up to the pool after the buffet breakfast, and there was not one layabout without a towel on
No
it.
room. What's a layabout?
Oh, yeah, the
Banana
layabout
lounge.
beds, the banana lounge.
yeah, yeah.
A sunbed.
When people run down and put their
You
towels
can't
and
do
hat
that.
on a banana bed and then go back to the room.
You know, there's that trendy hotel in Brisbane called the Carlisle or
Yes.
the
Yeah,
Carlisle.
yeah, yeah.
Carlisle.
Which is very Instagrammable at the moment.
Very.
I went there with some girlfriends, and there were people lying on the sunbeds at 6 o'clock in the morning in
You gotta get in quick,
the
Lauren.
rain
Gotta
to
get in
save
quick.
their spot. In
Are
the
you
rain.
serious?
In the rain, and they had like a stable table over them having breakfast because they knew the sun was going to come out later,
They've got
and they did not want to move.
They've got cabanas there, don't they? Cabanas.
See, I would
Yeah,
know
they do
because
have
my
one.
rule is if I can't say the hotel, I can't afford to stay at the hotel.
But do you know what? The kids have got to stay out of the spa. You know, don't be
Oh.
playing in the spa. If I'm there for relax time,
Yeah.
I've got my
Yeah.
back on a jet.
Go pee in the main pool.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
go and play.
I agree
bloody
with that.
Duck diving in the main pool.
Yeah.
But I
Sorry.
don't think we're cutting laps in holiday destinations in the family pool.
I don't think we should be wearing webbed gloves anywhere.
Let's say hello and good luck to Kelly from St Kilda, Lauren.
Morning, Kelly.
Crazy cat lady alarm. Crazy cat lady alarm.
How many cats have you got, Cal?
I've only got one, but I do have multiple cat tattoos. So,
Tattoos?
How many cat tattoos have you got?
1, 2, 3, 4, at least 5 with cats in them. Yeah.
And dare I ask where the cat tattoos are located?
Oh,
On the arms and the back.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
It's a
There
good
you
spot
go.
for them. Good spot.
Would you
They're not
call
acting as a
yourself a
label.
crazy cat lady?
Yes. I'm single, obviously.
Right.
So, yeah.
Well, let's see if we can win you some cash. And if you win cash, are you going to get another cat tattoo?
That is definitely on the horizon. I haven't had one for a bit, so maybe.
Okay, she's due for one,
I
guys.
love
Let's win her
Melbourne.
some cash.
All right, here's the go. You can take an easy question for $50, medium question for $500, or you can roll the dice and go a hard question for $5K. What are we feeling, crazy cat lady Kelly?
I think I'll go the 500.
Done.
$500.
Rules are simple. Clint will give you the question. You get 3 seconds to answer. No mucking around. Feel free to take a guess. Are you ready for your $500 question?
As I'll ever be. Thanks.
Here we go.
Here we go, Kelly. In the spirit of the Olympics, how many players are there on a water polo team?
3, 2, 1.
Oh, I don't know that one either. I would have said
No idea.
5.
It was 7.
7.
Oh my God,
one
my
off.
favourite number. Why didn't I do 7?
Oh, Kelly, no more cat tattoos for you, sis.
No, you've got to calm down.
Oh, bad
Tell you
luck,
what,
Kel.
I wouldn't have known that.
I know, but what I like is she took a guess. That timer
Yeah.
goes
Yeah.
quick, so it's like, if you don't know, you better off taking a guess. Hey, Kel, have a great day. Thanks for playing, all right?
You too. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
They
Thanks,
are
Kelly.
they're a big medal chance at the Big O in France.
Are
The
we?
Stingers.
Australia?
Really?
Yeah, very much
Is
so.
that the men's or the women's?
Their water polo team.
Clint, is that as a correspondent
I'm not
for the
covering
Paris
water
Games?
polo, so I'm not too
Is it
sure.
men's
It's
or
not on
women's?
my-
The
It's
Stingers.
not on my list of sports I'll be covering.
You've got some research to do on the plane.
Can I just, side note, how good's Kelly when she goes, I'm single, obviously?
Obviously.
It is Jase and Lauren with you this morning.
Very quiet. I'm hunting rabbits.
It's words you can't say.
Yes, a couple.
We've all got them. We've
Oh, yeah.
all got words we can't say.
Some of us have more than others.
You've got quite a few.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You were struggling the other day, Jase. We had to introduce someone to do the Welcome to Country, and you were
Yeah.
struggling with Wurundjeri.
Yes.
Oh, Wurundjeri.
Wandry.
Oh, did I say it wrong too?
Wandry.
Wandry.
Also,
Cool
to
elimination.
be honest, at the start of that sentence, you sounded like you forgot my name too.
Do you know what I couldn't say on the Weekend Today show was attempted assassination?
Attempted assassination.
Attempted assassination.
The alliteration was
Yeah,
just
it's a
not
mouthful.
quite right.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Plus, I mean, your breaking news, you always read quick too.
Oh, yes.
Okay, remember the one rule with this segment, we're not laughing at you, we are laughing with you.
With you, most
All right.
of the time.
Do you want some examples? Take a listen to last time.
Yeah.
The trains go along the railway track.
Oh, the railway tracks.
The railway
that's a bit cute, isn't it?
Look, I'm a security guard and I can't say ambulance. I have to call the ambulance.
I would like a glass of cordial.
Cordigal.
Ambulance is my
They're
favourite.
out there.
We got a $250 Bailey Nelson voucher up for grabs. Bailey Nelson is shaking up the way you get your glasses with friendly optometrists and Australian designed frames at fair prices. Our number is 132410 if there is a word you cannot say.
Let's kick things off in Mill Park with Lily. Good morning, Lily.
Hi.
Is there a word you can't say? If so, can you just put it in a little sentence for us?
When I was born, I had an umbilical cord.
I'm sorry.
Cute.
Sorry, Lily. What was
Say
that?
it.
Umbilical cord.
Oh, I got there the second time. Umbilical cord.
Umbilical cord.
You ever had it cut
When
through
she was
one?
born, she
No,
had an umbilical.
what do you mean? Did you
No,
get-
when
did you
would
get-
we have cut through them?
You do the
You
honours.
think we're just turning up to hospitals willy-nilly chopping people's
like
umbilical
we're cutting
cords?
a ribbon.
I don't know.
We've had to cut through one,
So
Clint.
what's it like? Do you have to give it a few goes? Because it looks quite coarse.
Oh, it was all a bit much for me. I remember when we had Felix and the doctor's like, here's the scissors. And I'm like, oh, I don't know.
Do you know what freaks me out? The
Are
fact
they
that
just normal scissors?
They're normal scissors, but it's like
look blunt.
You know, it is. It was like
Why
cutting, it was like cutting through a sausage with blunt scissors.
Yeah, well, get some sharper scissors. It freaks me out that the thing just falls off.
No, you don't want really sharp scissors too
Well,
close.
no.
to the
It
nether
sits there for a
regions.
few days.
Yeah, and then it falls off,
Yeah,
doesn't it?
yeah, it's quite odd.
You put a peg on it, don't you?
Yeah, they peg either side, and then you cut in the middle.
What a strange.
And then some people keep their umbilical cords.
And they eat it, don't they?
No, that's the placenta.
No, that's the
Don't eat the umbilical cord. That'll get stuck in
No.
your teeth.
Especially when it falls
You need a
off.
toothpick.
Oh, stop it.
Got a bit of umbilical in the tooth.
Doing.
Aiden, good morning. Got another youngster this morning. Morning, Aiden.
Morning.
Do you have a
It's
word you
Eden.
can't? Do you have a word you can't say?
Yeah, but my name's Eden. Eden.
Oh, sorry, we
Sorry.
can't say your
Clint.
name.
Sorry, that's my
Clint can't
bad.
say-
Use your word in a sentence. Go for it.
Make sure you use the pedestrian crossing.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Pedestrian crossing.
Say it one more time, Eden.
Make sure you use the pedestrian crossing.
Cute. The pedestrian
Thanks,
crossing.
Aiden. Oh, sorry, Aiden.
Eden.
And on 13-24-10, let's go to Chatty. Use your word in a sentence. Go for it.
Okay, the female anatomy. We have a nipple and then a areola. The
old
round circle
areola.
thing.
Areola.
The round
Say it. I cannot
Areola.
say it. I
Areola.
go to the doctor and just say the round circle part.
The round circle part of the nip.
Areola.
Yeah.
Areola.
Can never.
Areola.
How do you say it?
I don't know. You've got one. I don't.
Actually, Clint.
He's
You don't
got
have
you there.
nipples, Clint.
He's got you there. All right.
Clint
let's-
doesn't have nipples, guys. There you go.
let's-
You heard it here first.
Let's go to James. James, what's the word you cannot say? Use it in a sentence. Go for it.
I can see through my binoculars.
Oh, I think you say it perfectly well. Say it one
reckon?
more time.
I can see through my binoculars.
Oh, I think
That's
you can call them
sweet.
binoculars for as long as you like.
What a waste of
I
school
think you
fees.
say it beautifully. Jason.
I'm joking.
What are they teaching these kids? Binoculars. Oh, fun.
That is my favourite segment by far. I love it. Words you cannot say. It returns next week. Let's say hello to our next guest.
As judges on the show MasterChef, our next guests understand that the only way to our hearts is through food.
So this is me, about to do some cooking.
I'm gonna have to start crimping.
And while obviously we're hoping they bought snacks, their presence is the only treat we really need. But I mean, if you happen to have some snacks, we'll take them. Please welcome to the show, Andy Allen and Pauline Yao!
Andy and Poe from MasterChef.
Good morning.
How are we, crew?
Morning. Now, how's Clint coping? Are you having a fangirl moment, Clint?
Very much so. I've watched pretty much every episode this season. It's been excellent television.
When was the last time you ate a carb, though?
I know. It's
He's
been a
back,
while.
I gotta
Andy.
fix you up, mate.
No, the shred's over.
I'm back.
The shred is over.
Does Poe know about this? Poe?
I'm putting two and two together.
Yeah.
So
He's Adonis.
Clint just went on a mad health kick for men's health. In
Yes.
fact, do we have the cardboard
Oh,
cutout?
no, we
Bring
don't
it
need
in.
it.
Bring
Bring it
Here
in.
is.
Poe would
See?
love to
Cardboard
see
cutout.
it.
Oh,
Yeah, you could,
Impressive.
Wow,
you could
eh?
grill a steak on that
mate.
thing.
Where's the cheese so I can grate it on those abs?
Andy, didn't you do a men's health
Yeah, I think you did,
transformation
didn't you?
or something as well?
No, there was no transformation. I did an interview.
Oh, we didn't.
You didn't have to get the kid off.
I mean, just being asked to be in men's health is a feat in itself, right?
Yes. Well, yeah. Okay. I definitely don't look like that. That's Adonis
No,
work.
nor do I anymore. Congratulations on the series, guys.
Thank you.
It's been a great watch, and two incredible grand finalists too.
Yeah. No, I reckon a lot of people pick them, actually.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Oh, Pezza was the ultimate. Just
He's a former butcher, Jase.
Oh.
Yeah. And he's just...
Is he only cooking meat?
He cooks
every
meat
time
well.
he cooks meat, he cooks
Yeah,
it
right.
well.
Yeah,
I
right.
mean, you play to your
Nails
strengths. You play to your
Gotcha.
strengths. But I think the best thing about it is they're just polar opposites.
Yeah.
Like, Nat came in from day one, and she was probably the one to beat. And now she's in the grand finale. I don't think anyone saw really Pezza coming until, probably a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
He started to put two and two together and cook some good dishes.
I think it's interesting because with someone like Nat, there is a whole thing of like peaking too early.
Yeah.
And you think, where have you got to go? But she's just, she's done it.
Just keeps getting better and better. What do you think is the best dish that has been cooked on this season?
Oh.
Well,
Who's
these
good at maths?
two were in the kitchen the other night.
Is anyone a maths guru? Trying to think
Maths?
how many. Yeah, maths. Maths.
Oh, I thought you
not
said
maths.
maths, like
Maths,
Married at
maths,
First
no,
Sight. I
maths.
was like, I am.
That's a
I'm trying to
rival
think
show.
how many dishes we actually would have tasted in one season.
That's actually crazy. If you think about the first sesh, 22 contestants and 5 judges.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And I know we touched on this before, but it's hard for you guys because the meals are cold by the time you try them, aren't they?
Yeah. But we do
Stone cold.
taste them straight after
Yeah.
the cook.
Gotcha.
So we do know its original form.
And just make
Oh,
notes.
so you taste it, but then when you film it, you're eating like prop food. Is that how it works?
Well, no, and we're also judging the plating as well. Because
Yeah.
sometimes they do really odd things like make an amazing sauce and then put like 2 drops of it.
And it also is about how much you put of each thing on the plate.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you can't just go, oh yeah, that tastes good. Like that's going to be the dish of the day because it
Yeah.
all really does. When it comes together on the plate, that's what makes a difference.
Yes.
So do they get judged on like their plate art, and they do like the smear
plate
of
art.
the sauce?
Is
Is that part of it?
Fart of plating is what I call it. I get so
What is it
sick of
called?
What do you call it, Poe?
Fart of plating instead of because everyone's like art of plating. It does play a role, but not if the dish is not great.
Yeah, I think
It doesn't help.
I think when contestants come in, they think, like if they put 15 dots of this and spread it all out, then it'll look amazing. But I think in plating, what's in vogue right now is just simplicity.
Yeah,
and
right.
Just
Honest.
make it look really honest and simple and beautiful on the plate, and that's what's
That's
good to
what we
go.
like.
What's
Yeah.
crimping?
Oh, crimping
I
is
thought it's
this.
something you did with your hair.
Is that crumping?
It
Sorry.
is.
No, crimping is it's any little edges of pastry that you're doing little twists or
because that's what you're doing with your dumplings the other night.
Yeah,
Yes.
sealing something
See?
in an
Hey?
attractive way, I guess.
Yeah, there's a reason that I don't do it.
Oh, you got
Sausage
you got a little
fingers.
sausage
It's quite delicate,
You're like
is it?
King Charles.
Oh, King Charles.
Hey, I went and checked out my new local the other day, McKinnon Hotel. We went for steak night.
Great.
And I thought, pub, I'll go with steak. I get rattled when some restaurants are doing like weird cuisines that wouldn't sort of suit that place. Like, is there a meal that you wouldn't order at a pub?
I will never order polenta with anything.
Yeah, that's a
Well,
good one.
ever, anywhere.
Like there was a
a good
fish
one.
pie,
Anyway.
and I'm like, I don't imagine
Oh,
a...
no, pubs will do
Oh,
a
No,
good
fish
pie.
pies are
Fish
very
pie,
pub.
yeah,
It's very
yeah.
English.
Very English, yeah.
Yeah, right, okay.
Yeah. Why would I not order it at the pub?
Like a pasta? I can't imagine a great pasta's coming out of the pub.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's true.
Probably.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I'll kind of give
Although
anything
there's-
a go once and then just not go back.
There's a famous pub in London. I think it's the Winston Churchill, which serves and is renowned for its Thai food.
Mm.
You ever been there or seen
really?
that? It's amazing. Yeah, pub food's cool these days.
You should go to the Thai restaurant at Rebs.
Oh,
That's renowned.
Colonel
yeah.
Tans.
Yeah, renowned.
Is that still there, Colonel Tans?
I don't know.
You're asking the wrong people.
Don't ask anyone that's been there. They've seen it. They won't remember it.
Clint's the right person.
And just Jase was asking in the break, is there anything you guys can't cook or that you stuff up a lot?
There's heaps of
Like
stuff I
what?
can't cook.
Make us feel better about ourselves.
Well, for one thing, I've never tried to temper chocolate since I screwed it up in season 1.
Nobody's got time for that.
Can't
You're
do
scarred
it.
from
I
that.
can't. I've never even tried to go there.
Yeah.
Except it's that madman, the chocolate guy that we had on a little
Alexander
bit.
Emery.
He's very good.
Yeah, he's very good.
Yeah.
Anything pastry for me is not really my jam. I'm a bit of throw it all together guy. I'm not like the measurements dude. So anything
Yes.
pastry.
And
I'll
pastry
go.
and sweets are all about like getting the measurements right, aren't they?
Yeah, and just patience.
Not always. If you know what you're doing, you can.
I don't know what I'm doing.
You know the thresholds. But actually, we're actually opposite ends because like cooking big chunks of meat, it is like a little bit of a phobia still. Like I can do it, but I have to like really focus. Whereas with pastry, it's just like I can just do it like the back of my hand. And
I'm jealous of that.
Where do professional chefs sit on air fryers?
I think there's a time and place for everything, and I think if it makes people cook more at home,
Which
I think it's
it
good.
is. It is.
I don't personally use them very much. No, not at all, really.
Yeah, right.
They're too big. They take up too much bench
The air fryer is
space
such an
anyway.
interesting one because, like, in a commercial kitchen, you have big commercial ovens, right?
Yeah.
An air fryer is basically one of those, but a small version. So it's really the same thing as what we have in a commercial kitchen, but very, very tiny.
Right.
But in a smaller cavity.
But in a very smaller cavity.
Yeah.
So it has it's small and it has a lot of heat in a small area.
I might be totally wrong here, but Loz, didn't
Yes.
you live in a house that had an industrial deep fryer?
Yes.
Oh.
Growing up in my teens, we
Wow.
had the house we moved into had like a built-in deep fryer.
Dangerous.
So
And
everyone would come home.
I tried to deep fry every single
Toast?
thing that I possibly could. Oh yeah, we did that. We tried the Mars bar. And then we got told, no, you have to like put it in batter, otherwise it just melts. We learned the hard way. Yeah, and my brother's friends, they're a few years older than me, and they'd all come home and wake me up when I was like 16 and be like, can you deep fry us some dim sums? When they'd got home from the club. And that was my job. I was the deep frying wench.
All right, well, look, MasterChef Australia, the grand final. It airs tonight, 7:30 on 10 and 10 Play. Andy and Poe, thank you for coming in. Before you go, would you mind signing our topless Clint Stanaway cardboard cutout?
Yeah, definitely.
Go where you like,
Right.
guys.
I'm going right on the nip.
Oh, you'd never ask.
It's been a while since someone else has been there. I'm excited today.
Why? What's happening today?
We've got the house to ourselves for 2 days. Since we moved into the new
Oh.
place, it's been back-to-back visitors. Unfortunately, the mother-in-law leaves today.
Oh, you must be so sad.
You've got no idea. Oh, sorry, that should have played. It's my bad.
Finger slip.
Sorry. Yes, mother-in-law
Bye,
today.
Wendy. When's she coming back? Should we text her and make sure she comes back soon?
She's back next Friday.
Is she? Well, she might as well
Why
just
doesn't
stay.
she just move
Wendy,
in?
No.
Wendy, you might as
I
well
agree.
don't go home. Just stay.
Back for
Stay a
Granny.
little
I mean,
extra.
you bought the house with the granny flat for Wendy.
She's back for
She's the granny.
grandparents' day at school.
Oh. Wendy's pretty good like that.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
She
she's
travels
great.
from Sydney all the time to
Yeah.
make sure the kids don't miss out
So
on
what are you going to do in the
grandparents'
house?
So
All
we've got
alone?
2 nights on our own, and then my 3... This is really cool. I'm actually genuinely excited about this. My 3 older sisters are coming to stay on the weekend.
Oh my gosh, is Letitia coming?
Letitia.
Letitia.
Because Mum went obviously through an urban stage. I've got Michelle, Raylee, and Letitia. But it's like no kids, no partners, just my 3 sisters.
But what
coming
about
to
your
stay with
kids?
me.
Cool.
They can look after them.
What
But
are
yeah,
you
it's
going
cool.
to do?
Oh, we're just going to hang around,
Hang
check out
out.
the new hood.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
You're going to take them out somewhere nice for dinner or lunch
Yeah,
or
we'll
something?
do that, but it's more just like, you know, like as you get older and like everyone's got families and stuff like that, how rare does just the siblings
The
get to hang out?
siblings.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So that'll be cool. You should see
Awesome.
the group chat going though. We've only paid for carry-on from Brisbane. Do you have a hairdryer there?
Oh, yeah, of course. You've got everything. You've got everything.
I'm like,
Just
oh,
bring yourselves, ladies.
You're asking the right person.
Thank you for being a friend.
Hey guys, that is it. We are out of here. Speaking of packing, one Clint Stanaway, you are heading off to France for the Big O.
Wee, off to Paris.
I leave
for
tomorrow.
the Olympics.
What are you packing? Is there a Channel 9 uniform?
There is.
Wait, you leave tomorrow?
I leave tomorrow, a post-show.
Oh, in the afternoon.
Yes.
Should we drive him out to the airport?
Oh, you should do.
Is that
Yeah.
a park?
Would you come in? Would you?
No, that's a
No
curbside.
way. It's curbside
Well, I'm
drop-off.
actually flying domestic to Perth, and then Perth, I get on the Big Bird
yeah.
and go 17 and a half hours to Paris.
That's the new flight. It's been
Yeah.
all over the news. It only launched yesterday.
Yeah, hopefully they get it right.
Jeez, imagine
Hope they've got enough snacks because
Oh,
in
yeah.
17 hours, that's like,
I'm
you know,
gonna
most
be
flights,
hungry.
even on long haul,
Are you
you
on
only get
Qantas?
2
I'm
meals.
on Qanny.
No. They unveiled it the other day. There's a snack cupboard where you can help yourself.
Snack cupboard?
You don't have to hit
What?
the bell.
No, you'd have to be up the front to do that.
No.
surely.
In economy as well, there's a snack
Do
cupboard.
they
You
have
just
the
go.
bar? They've got a bar, don't they?
Yeah, that's in
No.
the pointy end.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not help
You're up
yourself
the
bar
pointy
in
end,
economy,
aren't you,
mate. Imagine that.
Clint, are you up the pointy end?
I might be. I've
who-
had an
Yeah,
upgrade.
Yeah.
Just
And who do you have to thank for points, Clint?
everyone, Jase.
All right, that is
My
it.
friends.
We are out of here. We will see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.
Gonna be a good day.
Jason Lauren. Jason Lauren.
Wake up feeling good.
On Nova 100.
Jason Lauren.
Follow them on socials.